Okay, it is 2 o'clock, so we will go ahead and get started. I want to thank you all for hopping on this call in this webinar this afternoon to review one of the new programs that we'll be offering. It is from Quantum Digital and it is called Trigger Marketing. Hopefully you've received a little bit of information about the program already. There was an email that was sent to the entire company on Tuesday morning. And that had some information for you about what the program was offering, as well as a video with some additional information, and hopefully gave you a little insight into the program. Hopefully your managers were able to speak to Trigger Marketing a little bit in your sales meetings on Tuesday as well. And this again will be another overview of the program, as well as kind of give you a closer look at to how the program will work, how you as the agent will interact with the program. We'll be able to kind of walk through an agent dashboard, what you'll see, emails that you'll receive, to hopefully give you a better insight. So when Monday, September 12th hits, which is the day that our program is launching, you guys will be up and ready to go. We'll also hold all of our questions till the end, but I'll make sure, since this is a new program, I know some people might have some additional questions, and I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my ability. So to kick it off, let's go ahead and watch just the 2-minute video from Quantum. I know some of you guys might have seen this before, but if not, it's just kind of a great overview of the program. If you've seen it before, it's only 2 minutes, so it will just be a quick refresher for you. So here it is.
Trigger Marketing makes just listed and just sold postcard marketing fast and easy. It's our MLS-enabled postcard program that automatically prepares your cards, tracks responses, and provides you with warm listing leads straight to your inbox. Each time you list or sell a property, Trigger Marketing prepares postcards for you behind the scenes and sends you an important email to let you know they're ready to order. With just one click, your postcards are automatically mailed within 24 hours to prospects in the surrounding area. You'll also have the option of sharing this activity with your followers on Facebook and Twitter. Unlike traditional real estate postcards that provide lots of property details, Trigger cards are specifically designed with limited info to pique interest and drive prospects online to learn more. Each card gives your recipients 3 ways to get more information about the property: a direct web link, a unique QR code, and an SMS text shortcode number. All 3 options lead the recipient to a property page where they can request more info. As each recipient responds, Trigger Marketing automatically sends you an email with their contact information so you can follow up fast. We've also provided you with a wealth of design options, list management features, and reporting functions that give you valuable insights into the level of interest generated by your postcard marketing efforts. If you're an existing Quantum Digital customer, be on the lookout for Trigger Marketing emails about your new listings and sales. If you're new to Quantum Digital, sign up for free at quantumdigital.com/start. Trigger Marketing. Just one more way Quantum Digital is making your postcard marketing fast and easy.
So that is just a quick overview of Trigger Marketing, a little bit of how the program works.
Welcome to Listing
hopefully
Grabbers,
give
the
you,
only company who guarantee.
Sorry about that. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of an overview of Quantum Trigger Marketing. Again, at the end of the call, I'll be able to answer any further additional questions that you have, but just to review, the 2 main benefits of the program is first, that it automatically creates just listed and just sold cards for you. It's integrated with Trend and Garden State. So when you make updates in the MLS, that is how it knows to send you an email letting you know that your trigger cards are ready to go. So it pulls an image from the MLS, so it really is very little work for you. You'll receive an email saying that your trigger cards are ready. Here's kind of an example of what that email will look like. This is a screenshot of an email, but essentially it will have your name saying that your new listing is ready to go. So you can click here to proof and review the postcard, or if you have done this many times and you know that all your settings are correct, you can just click here and click order now. So it really is just that simple. You'll also see an option to integrate it with Facebook. So that's another component of the program that we think could be very beneficial for you all. They do offer targeted Facebook ads. They're $99 and they run for a 3-day period, and they are geo-targeted around the property. So another great way for you to take advantage of trigger marketing. It is integrated with your business page. That's usually the easiest way to do it. You could do it on your personal Facebook page, but business page is usually the easiest way to go. Once the program is launched and you start receiving your emails, you'll see a Learn More button on there. So if you have additional questions about the Facebook feature, you can always go to their website to learn more, or you can reach out to myself. But I do want to talk more about the postcards today and about using the trigger marketing, kind of your agent dashboard within Quantum. So again, this is just an example of the email that you will receive. Very simple. The option would be to proof the postcard or to order now. So once you click on either of those two buttons, it will take you to Quantum Digital, their website. So many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with Quantum Digital. We have a relationship with Quantum as one of our printing vendors, so we already have certain flyers and templates set up on Quantum that have Wydell branding on them. So hopefully you guys are familiar with Quantum, very similar to Express Docs. You can find a quick link on the hub if you go to the hub, and if you go to Agent Resources, if you scroll down to Print Materials, you'll find a link for Quantum Digital right there, and it will take you to our kind of Wydell Access page. I'm using a kind of a test account just so you guys can see the trigger marketing dashboard, since our trigger marketing portion of Quantum won't be launching until Monday. But again, you can just access Quantum from the hub, nice and simple. So when you go into Quantum, and many of you guys already have accounts with Quantum, none of your account information has changed. Your username and password is all still the exact same. The only thing that will be different is that you'll see, which we'll talk more in detail later, in Mail Services, you'll have an option for trigger marketing, and there's also a button closer to the bottom for trigger marketing. So that will be the only change. If you have not used Quantum Digital before, we have already created accounts for everyone. We have batch uploaded your information, and your username will be your Wydell email, as well as your password will be your first name with no caps. We'll make sure that that information is communicated to you again on Monday when the actual program launches, but just to give you a heads up, it is already created for you. So you guys should be able, everyone should be able to access an account in Quantum. So let's go over kind of this user interface in Quantum, show you guys some of the capabilities that trigger marketing has, and just some places that you can update some information if you choose to. Again, so this is the dashboard that you will see over here, and it has my information, mail services, print services, log out. So if you want to access trigger marketing, there are two places you can do it. Under mail services, you can go down and click on Trigger Marketing, and you can click in Order Management. Here we go. So you can see there are 4 tabs up here. This is the listing campaigns, there's settings, there's reports, and list selection. So you'll spend most of your time in this list campaigns section, and you will see if you click on this drop down, you can see that these are all the different listings that you would currently have. Again, this is a sample account, and you can see like this first one is coded as reorder, 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 reorder. So if it's so that means that those cards have already been ordered once, and that would be an option to reorder. If you look under just sold, you can see again these are all sold properties. You can see reorder, order now. So this would be an option for a property that has not previously had an order on it. So you can see how kind of the data is configured. If you want to, you can just go ahead and click on, we'll do this just as kind of a test, if this is in case the card that we would want to reorder. So you can see it has just some information about the Facebook ad if you wanted to do that. That's just a little promotional piece on Quantum. But if you scroll down, you can see here's the MLS number, the address, gives you little details about the postcards. Here's where it has your quantity, so you can set your quantity. There's a minimum of 20 right here. You can also see this image right here has just a small thumbnail of what the postcard will look like, the front and the back. If you click on here, and this is just an example, so this isn't necessarily what our cards and our kind of finalized cards will look like. This is one of our options, but not the only one. This will allow you to modify the design. And within this section, I want to be very clear, the only option that you have to modify the design would be to update this property photo. And this property photo is pulled from the MLS. But you do have an option to change it if you would like. So you can just click on here and upload it just like you would in many other programs. If you would like to update any other information, you can see that on the cards there's, I know it's kind of small right now, but there is an agent photo and there is agent contact information, and you can do that in another place. Within Quantum Digital, it's in My Information, and I'll make sure to walk you through that and show you where that is later as well. But this, again, just gives you nice, easy sees. You can see the quantity. All you would do is click reorder. The dashboard itself is pretty simple, and that's because they try to make it as simple as possible, not really give you that many options, to just make it as user-friendly and as easy for you as possible, and as quick as possible too. That's one of the benefits of Quantum. So I'll also walk you through these other tabs. So here's settings. So this would be something if you want to, maybe on the first day that the program launches, you can go through, make sure that your information is correct, that your settings are correct. So then when you start receiving emails from Quantum, you can just go ahead, and it can be very easy for you to go ahead and order your postcards. So you can click a quantity. Maybe you want to stick to 100 cards. You can kind of set your quantity if you have a certain number that you will kind of consistently be using. You can go ahead, and we will have 2 design options. Again, this is a sample account, so these aren't necessarily our designs, but you can pick your default for the design. Again, we'll have 2 options, so you might want to go in there and see which one you would prefer. You can pick whichever design you would like and set that. So again, when the postcard comes, or when the email comes, it can be as quick and simple. You can have all of your settings ready to go. So I want to go over the reports function. So this reports function will be a place where all of the leads that you've received from trigger marketing will kind of be accumulated. So they will be, you can either export it into an Excel file or a CSV file, just another way to kind of capture all of the leads and responses in one place. The list selection, so this is a little bit of what the video was talking about. There are a few options of ways that you can upload lists to send your postcards out to. So the default way that the postcards will be sent out will be a radius around the property. But that's not the only way that you can send cards out. So you can upload a few different lists. So you can upload a personal list. Maybe you want to send it to your sphere. You can do map mail, which is kind of, you would go on, if you click on here, you could go and you can pick certain areas on a map that you would like to send to. Or if you wanted to do radius mail, you could pick, maybe it's an intersection that you wanted to send to and you wanted to send around it. So you have capabilities to send radius, you can do zip mail, or streets. You can pick, maybe there's a certain street that you want to send to. So there are lots of different ways that you can upload or pick your lists. It doesn't just have to be around the actual property, but that is the default. So again, something to think about kind of if you're setting up some of your lists. So that is a quick overview of the main trigger marketing dashboard. So again, there's just 4 tabs: your listing campaigns, settings, reports, and list selection. One other spot that I want to check out before I open it up to questions. We'll kind of take a little break, open it up for questions, and then we'll go on over some other material. But this My Information tab on the left-hand side, if you click on this, this is where it will have all of your information, your headshot, your contact information, if you want a title added in there. So this is where you would change any of that information. You don't have that ability when you're looking at the postcard design, but if you click on My Information, this is where you would make any changes to that sort of information. One other thing that I really want to point out that's very important, and I'll make sure to stress it again on Monday when the program actually launches, is in order for us to get the feed correctly from the MLS to trigger marketing, the email that you have right here for your account has to match the email that you associate with the MLS. So those 2 emails have to match in order for the feed to be working correctly. So say Monday comes and you know that you have some listed properties, or you know that you have some recently sold properties, and you didn't receive any emails from Quantum saying that your trigger marketing postcards are ready to go, this would be the first place that you should look. So you should go into your Quantum account and make sure that this email right here matches your MLS email. And again, I'll make sure to outline that on Monday, but that should be kind of our first spot that we troubleshoot in case you're having any issues on Monday. You can also, if you scroll down to the bottom of My Information, this is where you can keep a credit card on file. So again, it just makes it as quick and easy as possible. So that's kind of a brief overview of the Quantum page, how it will look when you're actually in Quantum's website and trying to take a look at trigger marketing. So again, it's just under Mail Services, there's trigger marketing, or you can scroll down to trigger marketing and there's a button right there. So I want to pause briefly and just see if anyone has any questions right now.
Yeah, Courtney, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can, thank you.
The people that are on teams and there's co-listers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do both of the realtors get on the postcard if only one has an account? Is there a way to do that?
You know, Ron, I'm actually not sure right now, but I will make sure to follow up with our account rep after this, after the webinar, and I can send an email out I'll send it out to the managers and let you guys disseminate that information. But I will find out about co-listers. I have not had that discussion with our account rep.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have a question about the cards right now?
Yes, I do. I'm Linda Feldstein from the Princeton office.
Hi, Linda.
2 questions. Number one, is this sent first class mail?
Yes, it is sent first class mail. And so I'll just expand on that a little bit. So the cards they're 70 cents per card. They're a 8.5 by 5.5. They're a jumbo postcard. So first class postage on a jumbo postcard is 47 cents. So the only other piece that you're paying for is really the printing, which comes out to 23 cents. So if you're kind of concerned about the cost at all, I think that's kind of a nice way to break it down so that you can see what you're paying for within that 70 cents.
Okay, thank you. Another question is can you just indicate that you want owner's address only, not property address?
What do you mean by owner's address versus property address? Sorry, I'm not understanding.
People own property, they don't live at the house. It's either rented or children or family members.
Got it.
I'd like to send to just the owner.
Just the owners. Again, I'm not sure on that. Sorry that I don't have the answer to your question right now, but I will follow up on that. And again, I'll send a follow-up email to the managers letting them know if we can send it to just the owners.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have one other question.
Sure.
When you sell a listed property and you sell it, you don't have control as to the picture that's in the ML. Can you upload your own picture if you don't like the pictures that are in the ML now?
Yes, you can. So if you go to, I'll just do a quick example. So once you're in, we're already here. So if you go to sold, here are your postcards come up. If you click on the modify design, and if you're here, you see image options. If you click on it, it takes you to a spot where you can choose a file and upload any images that you would like.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have any questions before we continue? Great. Okay, so I want to show you one additional piece, and that is so the second benefit that we have been talking about is the ability for the cards to generate warm leads for the agents. So the content of the card is really encouraging the person who receives the card to go to a website to learn more information about the property. So most postcards and direct mail campaigns have all of the property information on the card. One of the things that makes Trigger Marketing unique is that it kind of withholds some of that information, encouraging the receiver of the postcard to find out more, to visit a website. They can either get there from a website, there's a QR code, or they can text to receive more information. And all of these options allow for lead capture, which will then be sent back to you. So I can show you an example. So this is the website that they will go to. It's learnmorenow.com. And each postcard will have a different code on it. So for our example, so this again will be branded to Wydell. So we'll have the Wydell branding up here and the agent information up here and your picture. Again, all of this information will be pulled from Quantum within that My Information section. So if something looks wrong to you or you want to update it, that's where you will be able to go in there and make those updates. So you can see that here is where it has more information about the property. It has all of the additional pictures. Again, these pictures are pulled from the MLS as well as the description. So there is a button to contact me, which allows name, email, and phone that's the information that will be captured and then immediately sent to you, the agent. There's also one of the calls to action is asking the user, it's this kind of a leading question of what's your home worth, kind of what's your home in comparison to the one that I'm showing you right now. So there is a spot you can see your home value. And it can take you to this page, which has some more information about sales activity and pricing trends. A little sliding scale here. It's more interactive for the user. So that is kind of a quick overview of learnmorenow.com, the property website that the cards will be driving the users to. And then just another kind of side note apart from Quantum Trigger Marketing, I think one of the best things that you can do would be to take your leads that you are receiving and add them to your neighborhood news. You'll get their name and email address. Hopefully, if you do receive their email address, that would be something you could add them to your neighborhood news, because obviously they could be interested in buying or selling, or in possibly you would have that zip code that they would be interested in. So that might be another good way to additionally add contacts into neighborhood news and to stay consistently in touch with your leads that you're receiving. So I'm going to pause for another moment and ask and see if anyone has any questions on kind of what we just spoke about here on the learnmorenow.com at all. Great. So just to reiterate a few things. So Trigger Marketing will be launching on Monday. We're very excited for it. Again, everyone should already have accounts created. If you already have an account with Quantum, it will be your same exact username and password. If you don't already have an account with Quantum, we've uploaded everyone into their system already. So your username will be your Wydell email and your password will be your first name. We'll make sure an email will go out to the whole company on Monday, so we'll make sure to include this information. Again, one of the most important things to make sure that the program is working correctly is that your email in the MLS match your Quantum username. So those two things need to match in order for the feed to be working correctly. So on Monday, you should start receiving emails from Quantum saying that your trigger cards are ready for review. If you feel like you should be receiving emails saying that they are ready to go and you are not, you can please email myself, cgram@wydell.com, or you can email marketing@wydell.com, and I will get those